our Beavis and Butthead era.
What?
We're in our Beavis and Butthead era. This is our couch.
I know. Might as well get comfortable now. Sure. I should probably move this banjo. Or wait, maybe we can keep it here.
I mean,
I want to
don't
keep
know
it here.
how many of like your guests are gonna be popping out the footrest other than me.
Yeah, we'll never. I wanted to do a foot soak while we were podcasting today because I had played tennis earlier and I usually soak my feet after in Epsom salt because it's good for your foot recovery for blisters and stuff. What did you ask me something? Sorry. Oh.
The cats are probably dying to come in here.
I don't hear them actually. I'm surprised.
We're in here without them.
I know they love coming in here. It says no signal. Is it on? So maybe HDMI 2. This is pretty dope though.
Yeah.
What? Sorry. It'll be cool once we get that, like we were talking about getting a little side table for right here, and instead of having these stands, having like a boom arm that comes, like it attaches to the table and then it booms out, kind of like the arm off the desk in there, which would be nice because then you can move it more, like, and more easily. You can move it more easily in more ways than one. So I should be a salesperson.
This is like a test episode where this is never gonna go anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I guess not. Unless it's gold. Do you need me to change the HDMI input? I don't see anything. It just says HDMI 1, no signal right now.
Look at HDMI 2.
Okay.
I don't know which one it is.
How do I go back?
The home button.
There we go. I wish we had the headphones so we could hear how we sound. I still don't see anything. Maybe it's... Hold on, let me try the last... There's another option.
I think it did this last time.
Yeah, I think we did this one, HDMI 3. Maybe.
Yep.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah. Nice.
There you go.
Heck yeah. We're out here. We got a podcast. So what do you guys think about the name for the show? We got the All Right Show, the Lazy Boy podcast, because we're just getting lazy. Just a bunch of lazy boys. I don't know. What else? Food for thought. I kind of like the All Right Show the most, probably.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think so?
I don't know. The Lazy Boy one's pretty good, and it keeps it casual.
Yeah. The Lazy Boy podcast? I don't know. Yeah, I do kind of like it.
But you also don't want to give yourself a reputation.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll just... Well, the All Right Show is not... yeah, I kind of like the All Right Show. I think I'm going to just go with that.
I could see some haters coming for you if you had a show called, like, the Lazy Boy podcast.
I could, too. I thought about that. I was like, I feel like people start accusing me of being lazy, and then I'll take it personally.
People would be like, yeah, he looks like a fucking lazy boy.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
Guy just sitting here. Lazy
There's
ass.
also some podcast called Lazy Boy.
Yeah, it's called Lazy Boys, I think. I saw that because I looked it up after we shot the other day. And, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Is there a way you can show us the feed of, like, what is on camera right now for the edit? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't want to see myself.
I think I know, I get all self-conscious as soon as I see myself. The middle shot looks overexposed to me. I feel like I'm going to change that real quick. close the iris a bit.
The aperture.
Yeah, to allow less light to hit the sensor. That's how that works. I went to school to learn that.
Yeah, we can tell.
I kind of did too.
Went to school for video stuff.
Yeah, Miss Rainey.
Yeah. We should get her on the podcast. She'd get fired. She would probably refuse, actually.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't. She'd probably be like, thanks for the offer.
Yeah. I really appreciate the offer, but I'd lose my job. Or something like that. I feel like she would say that. What do you feel? How do you feel about the camera angles? Do you think they're good?
Yeah. This one kind of blocks fucking space.
Yeah, that's more, I guess, my shot than hers.
Because this one shows both of you.
Yeah, that to me looks.
This up a little.
I mean, usually we were having that one, I think, more as a close up.
Yeah.
I mean, we can do whatever we want, but like, I think I had it as a more of a one shot than a two shot. When we'd been testing out shooting.
This one would be good for the guests because the mic isn't in their face.
Yeah,
And this would be good for you.
yeah. Do you think it matters where I'm looking at all? Like when I'm talking? No, you said?
I would say look at the person.
Yeah, just talk. Yeah, and I guess if we're talking to each other, then you'll see my face anyway. Like I feel like if I'm like looking away from the camera all the time, it would look weird. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, by the way, I might get a VR computer over here. Do you think we should put that in here? That'd be kind of cool. We got the green screen in here. We could probably fit it in here.
There's a lot of expensive equipment in here for somebody to be fucking around with VR.
I know.
You're
Like-
just gonna spread out everything.
What do you mean? Like the...
Actually, oh, looks like.
I don't think that would be a smart idea.
Well, if you bring down the footrest, you have like room to.
You got plenty of room for VR, Morgan. I think you could put a stand in this. You could put a stand in this corner probably, and then one in that corner. I think. My friend David, he set it up for my dad and I at my parents' house, and so like, I actually just reconnected with him recently, so I could have him probably come over and help us set that up because he's like a VR expert. So, I feel like I need to shave. This is making me like I need
Yeah,
a
can we
haircut.
turn
I
the,
need to shave.
Footage of us off of the TV.
Yeah, get us out of here. Put something else up for us to talk about. Morgan, you have a piece of paper with you. What's
do.
that all about?
I've been getting really into holistic medicine.
What is that? For the viewers watching that don't know,
I
which
feel
is
like
no
if
one because no one will
you
ever see
don't know
this.
what holistic medicine is. That's
Then you're
a
just an
you
idiot.
problem.
Damn.
Have you never heard of holistic medicine?
I mean,
It's alternatives to Western medication. So, like natural remedies, things that can be found and provided by the earth.
Mhm.
Which, like, obviously, there are definitely times when medicine is very necessary and life-saving. So, just want to preface this by that because not trying to come for Western medicine.
Yeah.
Insulin and penicillin are good things.
Yeah.
Save a lot of lives. But
Do you think her mic placement's okay right now? Is it?
Yeah, she could bring it a little close.
Yeah. I think it needs. I need to do something real quick.
And it just needs to be lower.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay. I need to bring this out a little. Especially because if you're turning that way, I wasn't really thinking
yeah,
about.
this is better, I think.
Yeah, and then. Is that good? Better? Hopefully? Cool. And we're back.
Like that. But yeah, so my boss is really into holistic medicine. She studied in China after she got her NP. So she learned a lot of like Chinese medicine, and they gave me some of their old papers too.
That's cool. She studied in China, you said?
Yeah.
So they don't practice Western medicine at all in China?
Not where she studied. Like, she specifically went somewhere in China to study where, like, traditional Chinese medicine was still practiced.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, they do practice Western medicine in China.
Yeah. Gotcha. I guess they practice holistic medicine here, so it's not like exclusive of each other.
Yeah. But I think in general, like, they're more focused on holistic living. But anyway, this paper is like a bunch of, it's like the top prevalent chronic conditions that lead to death in the United States. And it lists them all in the middle.
Lovely.
And then on the left side, it's all of how the different paths of those can be treated by Western medicine. And then on the right, it's how it can be treated holistically.
I see cannabis on here.
Yeah. Yeah, it has a lot of, like, little additions on it and stuff of just all sorts of stuff, like who are big players in Western medicine, like the CDC, the FDA, all of those people. And
treat the symptom, big pharma Western side, they have lobbyists, alcohol, pizza, milk.
Yeah.
Hitmen, it says.
Some of the things on there are kind of crazy.
War on drugs, gene therapy, pharmaceuticals and tap water, bras.
No, I thought that said
fried
bras
food,
too, but it says
BRAs.
something else. Yeah.
Microwave ovens. So these are like bad things about Western medicine?
Well, you have to follow the color line. So where you see things like that, it's saying, like, I think one of the things on there is like depression.
Mm-hmm.
If you follow
in the
the
middle.
color, yeah, it's saying like all of these things can contribute to things like that in there.
So milk is bones. Lobbyists is bones somehow.
Like the dairy lobbyists for
the
dairy
industry.
farmers in the dairy industry.
I see.
It's part of the food pyramid thing.
Yeah.
It's saying like you need some insane amount of servings of dairy every day, but that's just because the lobbyists wanted it to say that. You don't actually.
So they have I can't tell. Some of these are like hard to tell what line it's on. Because they get kind of like thin and and there's like dotted lines a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And the Healing Web, a guide to holistic and allopathic healthcare. Holistic, and allopathic healthcare, ALLOPATHIC. Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's what I'm looking at. See, we got our own Jamie, dude.
Yeah.
You ever watch Joe Rogan? You know who Jamie is?
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about on H3.
No, Jamie's on Joe Rogan. He's like Joe Rogan's, I guess you would call him his producer. But yeah, he's always like, Jamie, pull that up.
Oh,
like if they're talking about something, he's like, don't quote me on that. Jamie, would you pull that up? Like he's just like notorious or whatever for, saying shit like that to Jamie. Jamie's like a wizard with Google. He finds everything. Can you enlarge the holistic? Nice. Can you zoom in on that at all? All right, so you see in the center there, we've got. Is this visible to our millions of viewers right now? Speaking of that, we should do an ad read. Today's episode is brought to you by my own company, Get Custom Apparel. Go get some. And what did Nick say his hot sauces company was going to be called? It was like a Gringo Hot Sauces or something like that.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
I don't think he's sticking with that.
I hope not.
Yeah, I didn't encourage him to. I kind of was like, I mean, you can, but I don't know if you would really want to do that. the description he came up with on the spot for his like logo was pretty edgy as well. It's like I don't know if you want to just like culturally appropriate like intentionally off the bat. Although I mean, some people do it and it works for them, and it can be funny actually.
Yeah.
But it depends on if you want that smoke.
Those
from
times
the
are kind
people
of
who hate that shit.
fleeting a little.
Yeah,
They're fewer and far
I'm
in
saying it might not be a
between.
good idea. All right, so
I had to Google what so much stuff on that chart meant because I'd never heard of it before, like Agenda 22 or 21, something like that. I had no idea.
it's
what that
funny to
meant.
me a little bit because it's so blatantly biased towards holistic shit. Like
medicine.
everything on the holistic side is like great. You got massage, dance. For under the death category, it's like decomposition, ascension, karma, reincarnation, return to source. And then on the other side, it's death tax, incineration, hospice, euthanasia, embalming, Egyptian burial, or organ donor. So it's like, I mean,
Being an organ donor is a good thing.
yeah, I mean, Egyptian burial, what do they fucking like pull your brain out of your nose or some shit?
No.
Huh? Nick? What did you say something? Oh.
No, in Egyptian burial, like the Egyptians were buried in tombs. That's not a natural way of burial for holistic medicine.
Yeah, but they used to do something to Egyptians when they died. They would like fucking suck their
they,
brain out
like-
of their nose.
They like embalm them and
Yeah.
mummify them.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Like pump them full of formaldehyde and pickle the dead and then bury
Pickle
them.
the dead.
Yeah, but that's not like normal.
When I die, I'm gonna pay a bunch of money to get like cryogenically frozen, so that I can survive. My body can like not decompose for like a really long time, and then by the time technology advances enough to like clone people or like expand your life or like cure death or something, they're gonna bring me back and I'll be around still. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, well, I've looked into it a little bit, and it's not as much as you might think to be cryogenically frozen. It's only like $100,000, I think. Just kidding. That's a lot of
Wow.
money. But no, but it is. I think it is around that. I kind of forget. I saw something about that so long ago, a few times actually, but I haven't seen it recently. I forget. But there is an industry that's focused on shit like that, extending the human lifespan or like curing death or curing aging.
People shouldn't
put a
play
bunch of
God
money into
like that.
It does freak me out when I think about like I've gone down rabbit holes on YouTube of people like with millions of dollars or like having billionaire funders contributing to their businesses and stuff like that, who are solely dedicated to trying to cure aging or reverse aging or cure death as if it's like a disease, rather than an inevitability.
Natural thing.
And or like cloning or like transporting the human consciousness out of like down, like there are places or companies and groups that are like studying and working towards downloading human consciousness, like
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
it's like data on a hard drive or something.
Yeah.
And then the idea is if they can successfully do that, then they can like upload it to a what's the word? I'm blanking on the word. To like a vessel,
Oh, great. Like a robot.
Yeah, well, it could be an organic meat sack, like what we have currently.
Ew.
Or, if technology's like crazy at that point, they could have like some like Iron Man shit going on.
I
or
mean,
Terminator or
literally in
something.
what sci-fi movie ever has playing God turned out to be the right move?
Pretty much none of them.
Literally none of them.
No, it freaks me out when I think about it. And it's like there's been times where I've been like, damn, that would be crazy. Like, if they could pull that off, like, would I want to live for 300 years or something, or whatever, like the number is, or like thousands of years or something, or potentially forever, because that's what some of those people talk about. It's like not dying unless you get like killed or something,
Like Voldemort?
Is that his deal?
Well, that's
He
like
who shall
his
not be
thing is like he's immortal. That's why he made the Horcruxes. So he could not be killed.
Sure, it's just like that.
Yeah. Why would people want to do that?
Well, I think because people are afraid to die, so they don't they
That's
like the idea of not dying.
That's some villain shit for sure.
I mean, I can understand. I don't think you necessarily have to be a villain to like to find that like appealing, or
But
at
I
least
think
consider
no matter
it.
what, like if you make the steps to become immortal, inevitably you end up on some villain shit because you're like, I am immortal. Look
Yeah,
at
like it would
me.
maybe corrupt you or something.
Yeah.
I think Nick's coming in here. Or maybe he's just going to the bathroom. Nick, you just going to the bathroom or something? You going to the bathroom? Oh, okay.
Why would you ask him that?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just because I was just wondering what he's doing. Sorry, guys. Our producer Nick had to spit really quick. He had to go to the bathroom.
Well, when I die, I want to be cremated and I want my ashes spread in the ocean. So that way, if reincarnation is what's waiting for me, I want to come back as a deep sea creature.
You'll be like a little parasite on the ocean floor that like isn't even conscious.
I'm cool with that too.
It's just like an amoeba in the ocean, just drifting. That sounds like hell, honestly.
That
Sounds
awesome.
like a version of hell. You're just fucking drifting in the ocean. You can't even like do anything. You just for your life.
Yeah, but you're not
lifespan.
consciously aware of that. You're not consciously aware of anything.
You mean
As an amoeba?
I don't even know that amoebas live in the ocean. Isn't an amoeba like a one-celled organism?
Yeah.
Do they live in the ocean? There's gotta be some amoebas.
There's tons of one-celled organisms.
Plankton is more than one cell.
Well,
Probably.
technically, I don't think an amoeba is like a single-celled organism. I think it's like a single, like...
Or an amoeba is like undefined. Excuse me, Nick. Could you pull that up?
Well, because you can get a brain-eating amoeba, and that's like...
This is a really great conversation. Just talking about brain-eating amoebas.
Well, brain-eating amoebas live in water.
Yeah.
Lake Erie, actually, to be more specific, has the highest concentration of them.
Well, define amoeba. Can you look up like define amoeba? I want to know what the definition is. A single-celled animal that catches food and moves about by extending finger-like projections of protoplasm. Amoebas are either free-living in damp environments or parasitic. So I was right. And you were wrong.
Just to be clear, you think I'm going to come back as a parasite if
I'm just saying, like, you make it sound great, but you never know. Like, you're like, yeah, I want my ashes to be spread in the ocean so I can come back. And it's like you're going to be like a mermaid or something, but you may be...
I didn't say mermaid.
I'm just saying, it could be some, like, in your mind, it's some, like, romantic, beautiful reincarnation. But what if you get reincarnated as an amoeba, a parasitic, single-celled organism that lives...
That's fine with me. Honestly, it beats having to go through
traffic
a whole nother life of having a credit score. Like, I would rather be
driving to work.
A single cell
I don't know.
Parasite in the ocean.
I feel like the trade-off's worth it for me.
Amoebas don't have very long lives either.
Amoebas also can't play tennis. So it's a pass for me. Well, I'd rather live forever. I think I'm gonna try to download my consciousness and then get like they're gonna like build. They're just gonna like, you know how they can like make animals now,
like clones.
Yeah, they're just gonna like develop. Like you can pick the attributes, like the level of intelligence and strength and height, and like you just have like pick like the ultimate fucking, and just go be the best tennis player ever. That's my purpose. Anyway, let's get back to this thing.
That's concerning.
Are you looking something up, or were you just going? I think he was just bringing it back to the baseline. Yeah, everything on here on the holistic side is. Can you bring that back up? Actually, the healing web. Nice. Can you zoom in on the like the center column? Yeah. It's funny how we have to communicate without talking. Just like through mouse movements. Yeah. So, what do you have to say about this, Morgan?
Well, I think there's something to be said about it. Like,
what would that be?
They talk about like I was just looking at the little logo on the bottom. It's like the symbol for medicine. That's a Greek symbol.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking about like all the things I've heard about ancient Greek was that the people lived to be super super old.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't have modern medicine. They did a lot of the things that's on the holistic healing side of the chart.
Yeah, I've seen like videos on YouTube of some of the oldest people in the world. There was this one person who was like a tattoo artist in India or some place that wasn't like where she lived was pretty underdeveloped, and she was like 100.
She was like
years
the
old.
last of her kind too. She was
She had some like ancient fucking like passed down tattoo artistry, craftsmanship that was like in her blood.
Yeah.
And she was awesome. And she didn't have any crazy like Western lifestyle where she was taking all kinds of medicine. I think it's crazy to me how much medicine.
Well, and like I said, like I don't want to bash Western medicine too much because there are definitely medications that save a lot of lives.
For sure,
like
I think some is
diabetics,
good, but
who have to take insulin.
Yeah, of course. There's definitely like good things that have come from Western medicine, but I think it's also caused a lot of horrible like addictions and dependencies on shit rather than like actually fixing problems in your life.
Well, I think in general, though, our system that we have is just more profitable to have a sick population.
Yeah, they want people addicted to that shit so they can make a bunch of money.
They just want people sick in general. Like, our food is shit, and the food that people can grow is all genetically modified. And
well, I think I'll play the devil's advocate here a little bit. I think some of the reason that like the food is that way is because they have to mass produce it because there's a ton of people and not everybody has a lot of money. So it's like you can't really like nourish a population of people that like with really healthy, pure food because that's expensive and a lot of people like don't have the means to afford that. And like from a corporate standpoint, like if you're in a capitalist country, they want to make money, they want to so like the idea would I guess potentially be that like in like a more socialist type of society that like you could pull that off, but I think in theory it sounds nice, but
I mean I've seen videos and read studies that's like there are actually resources that would at the very least allow more people access to healthy food, but again it's profitable if they're like, well, we could just sell them this cheap mass-produced thing that's ultimately going to deteriorate their health, and then we'll profit from them more.
Yeah, I think there's definitely like a lot of that going on where they're just like people like let's make like the shittiest, cheapest thing we can that's still like edible and like acceptable. That's where people will like continue to buy it.
Yeah,
I'm sure they could decrease their profit margins and increase the cost and quality of what is like widely accessible, but that's unfortunately I think not like human nature in most cases, especially when you're talking about like big business and making like people are doing that to get rich, so they're not like humanitarians trying to save the world or anything like that. They're trying to make money. And then obviously like I think like drug companies probably, or not even probably, like have been proven to be in cahoots with some of these food companies. So they're fucking us up and giving us health problems, and then we go to drug companies to get drugs to fix our health problems, and it's just like a vicious cycle.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I think call me a conspiracy theorist, but I think that's actually probably pretty proven, at least to some extent. It's not like that's in every case, but.
Well, I was watching a video the other day. I actually thought about you because the video was on, is it Neuralink, Elon Musk's thing? And the guy was basically playing devil's advocate, and he was like, it's a really awesome idea in the hands of the right people. Just like how technology is advancing so quickly, so is science and medicine. And he's like, even if something like that, or we just happen to have the knowledge and the capability now to cure certain cancers or things like AIDS, unfortunately, we would probably never see that come to fruition because it's just too profitable for people to have disease.
Yeah, because if you're talking about like curing cancer, there's like a multi-billion-dollar industry that sole existence is centered around treating cancer. So
Yeah.
like, it's a weird thing to think about that there's like a company who is like saving people from cancer, but that also, I mean, you can't like prove it necessarily, or I guess you can, but like it's sort of more complicated than just like, aha, it's proven. But I think like, yeah, those companies probably don't want cancer to be
Yeah,
go
but isn't
away,
that
because that's
so
like the
fucked?
reason they're rich, you know?
Yeah, but like we could and
Yeah.
potentially already do have the technology and the information to
Yeah. Well,
significantly decrease
same with
people's
like
suffering.
electricity and power. Like Nikola Tesla had like developed all these inventions and plans for like providing. He was like harnessing electricity out of the air,
Yeah.
and like building these crazy structures that were going to be capable of powering like the entire grid, I think, like of the U.S. And it was like free or some shit.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't some nuts like. That's like, I think that's like kind of what I think of when I think of like genuine like effective socialism, is like if there's some genius that's actually like a good person who can like find out ways to like provide something significant like that to like everyone or a lot of people, which is like what he was doing. But
Yeah, but then the problem is
he got like fucking, people didn't want him to succeed, you know? He got like
Yeah.
his at the end of his life like sucked.
Yeah, sometimes I think about like if I could visit any library in the entire world, I'd want to go to the Vatican Library because I want to see all the shit that they've kept hidden.
I want to steal something from the Vatican if I go. Just snag like a fucking brochure or something. Feel like I got away with something. No, but I would love to have like some actual thing from the Vatican. But you definitely
From
would go to
the Vatican
jail
or
if
from
you
just
tried
like
to do that.
Vatican City?
Like from the, like steal something from the Vatican and get away
Steal
with it.
in the literal house of
God.
the Lord?
Yeah, but did the Lord want you to make like some palace with to hoard all the fucking goods? Like, I don't think that was like the word of the Lord.
Yeah, isn't that kind of ironic? Like,
yeah, that they like have all
supposedly,
these riches, and it's like the idea is to not be like that kind of.
like riches, and like supposedly their library has like secrets locked away. It's like,
who knows what goes on there? You know, there's probably all
Yeah.
kinds of like scientists and people that get let in there to like do all kinds of crazy
Yeah, like,
research and
groundbreaking
I would assume it's not
discoveries.
all fucking like nefarious though.
No, but like groundbreaking discoveries, like copies of books that those are the only copy left in existence
Yeah,
that
some
they've
crazy
had them
ancient
destroyed.
artifacts and literature and
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's the word of God that the public shall never see these things.
we're too dumb. We'll ruin it. We'll destroy it. It needs to be kept away from
Yeah,
us idiot
honestly,
humans.
what's up with the Vatican superiority complex?
It is weird though. I agree. I think, I don't know, get on the religion and shit. This is like the shit that you shouldn't talk about on a podcast, like religion and politics and stuff. I mean,
That's
it's not
why
like we're
this
just talking about
episode's
that.
not going.
This would probably be actually a fine episode to upload. I might have to upload it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's some crazy stuff to think about. Like, just sucks to know that technology could be used for so much good, but inevitably there's always going to be people out there who want to use it for profit or more nefarious things.
It looks to me like, is the cannabis on this chart from obesity? Is that like the category that's connected to? So they're saying they give you weed to like make you skinnier?
Yeah.
Because I thought that was supposed to make you like have the munchies and get fatter.
No,
like
I was actually reading about this.
If you're gonna say that like more weed makes you skinnier, I think that's probably true because I'm pretty thin and I smoke a fair amount of weed.
Well, I was reading about this in the pop book that I have, and apparently, like, different strands obviously give you different highs, but there are certain strands that curb your appetite versus like.
I've felt like that so many times when I've smoked. Where
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah,
I don't want
same.
to eat. Plus, smoking in general, even if it's just like cigarettes or vaping or something, I feel like you're like coating your throat and esophagus in like smoke or, you know, whatever. So I feel like it kind of naturally just makes you not want to eat as much.
This also says it, like under the cannabis, it says CBD, THC, Phoenix tears. Where the fuck do you buy Phoenix tears?
Will you look that up, Nick? I keep wanting to say Jamie because I'm so used to watching Joe Rogan, and that just sounds cool. You look that up, Jamie? We need to get you to, like, legally change your name to Jamie.
That can be
Phoenix
his
tears.
Yeah, Phoenix tears is somehow related to cannabis, but
Canopedia.
Phoenix tears.
What is that? Yeah, a different language. I guess we'll never know. It's some sort of syringe injected
Rick Simpson. It has something to do with Rick Simpson. I think
weed.
on the Google page there was something like the Rick Simpson story.
Mm-hmm. Phoenix tears are a strong concentrated form of cannabis. They are also known as RSO, Rick Simpson oil, fully extracted cannabis oil, hashish oil, or simply hemp extract. Whatever we call this cannabis product, it is a highly potent extract that, according to many, can cure a wide range of serious health disorders. I actually think I've seen some of that, like I've seen some video of or a couple different videos, but one in particular I'm thinking of where somebody was so riddled with a disorder where they would contract and convulse and just had this miserable life from that, and they were given something like that, and it made them it was pretty incredible to see the difference immediately from taking weed, or I think it was in a drip form.
I've read a number of medical studies on cannabis and early childhood cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And parents who participate in these clinical studies. I told you about the one was the 8-year-old girl that had leukemia, and this was their last ditch resort. It was going to be this or she was going to die, and she's been in remission for years because she started taking cannabis oil, a super concentrated dose of it.
It'll be cool when you're on the headset, Nick, and the mic, because it'll just be nice to have I feel like having 3 people going it's just I don't know, easier to keep the conversation moving, and not that I think this is actually going pretty smoothly. Personally, I'm enjoying this, but I'm just thinking out loud, when I think about some of the podcasts I watch, H3, where they have Dan bump cutting into interject an idea or a subject to talk about, or just whatever they have to say.
Yeah,
I think that's always kind of nice to have in a show. I mean, there's definitely a bunch of podcasts that don't do that. Joe Rogan has Jamie, but Jamie doesn't. I mean, he'll talk with him sometimes, but Jamie doesn't hardly talk. Not compared to Dan from H3, but there's also a lot of other podcasts where they don't have a producer that talks, but they have a co-host or even 2 co-hosts sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Or even 3. Actually, Flagrant has 3 co-hosts. Now that I think about it, that's crazy. It's a lot of hosts. It would be nice, I guess, in a way though, because it's just it's easier almost, because there's just more people that can say something.
Yeah, it can get kind of crowded though.
I don't particularly like it personally. I mean, not every episode. I could see myself doing episodes every now and then where there's more people, but
yeah, I mean, I feel like this is easy for us because this is just what we do every night. We just sit and talk to each other.
I think podcasting in general, if you're doing it like this, is pretty easy. Mm-hmm. Obviously it can be more challenging, but I just want to do it laid back anyway. I'm just trying to have fun and have some conversations, and not overthink it and make it some big deal, you know?
For sure.
I mean, if it became a big deal, I'm not going to stop it. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm just looking forward to doing it for fun.
Yeah. We gotta go to the movies sometime soon. I feel like we haven't watched any good movies recently, like at the movie theater?
Lauren told me that she was watching an X-Men movie this weekend, and she said it came out a long time ago or a while ago, but I was wondering if it was when you picked up movie theater popcorn the other day. You said that there was a ton of people there, and you thought there was like
busy.
a new Marvel movie or something, didn't you say?
Yeah,
I
thought
asked
it
her
was
about
like,
that, and she said it was probably the new Spider-Man movie came out recently.
Yeah, that's what I
Is that
said.
what it was?
It's like it was either like Marvel or like maybe it was a Spider-Man movie.
Just get real fucking laid back.
Yeah, the movie theater was stupidly packed, but
Yeah.
I wonder when the new Indiana Jones movie comes out.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I don't know how good it'll
Bless
be, but
you.
that'll be, bless you, that'll be something we should see.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know if it'll really actually be good, because Harrison Ford's like 70 years old now.
I think we should
But
see
I love
it
Harrison
anyway.
Ford, and I love Indiana Jones, so I'm
Yeah.
happy to go see it. But I'm just saying, like, the last one I didn't think was very good.
Yeah.
Even
We
though
should go
it's
see it, though.
still cool, because it's like a new Indiana Jones movie.
We'll go see it, and
We
should.
gotta see Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah.
Is that even in theaters anymore?
Probably not. We could probably find it on one of the 800 streaming services.
I know,
that
but
we
it would be
have.
fun to see it in theaters. I get, for those of you watching, I pay a monthly subscription to. There's only one person watching, and it's Nick.
It's okay. This is a good chance to practice for when
There are
we're
people watching.
sponsored by
By
the movie theater,
Manscaped.
Cinemark.
Yeah. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I pay a monthly subscription to Cinemark's Movie Club. It's a very good deal, actually. It's only like $10 a month, and you get one free ticket a month, and then you get like 20% off concessions or more, and you also build like points for every dollar you spend. So I get like free fucking shit, you know?
Yeah.
I get free snacks or free money off concessions, or you can like enter contests and stuff. Sometimes you can get like some pretty cool stuff, actually, like
Dang.
vacations or like I don't know, promotional items for new releases and things like that. I haven't really done any of that stuff, but I may have to just try to win like a mug or something.
I think we should go for the Cinemark sponsorship.
Yeah, I don't know that they do that, but let's do it.
I feel
If
like
we
they
talk
probably
about-
would.
Well,
We should do
I'm sure
little
you've
movie
noticed this,
reviews.
and most is pretty common sense, but yeah, most sponsors, like, channels get sponsors based off of like what their audience would be more inclined to like be interested in, you know? So like if it's a channel that does a lot of gun shit, they're gonna have like ads
obviously.
that want to sell guns, and sponsors that sell ammo and shit like that. So if you were doing like a bunch of like movie reviews and talking about like shows, and then I mean, maybe, I don't know that Cinemark really has, like, I've never seen a Cinemark sponsored anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But we
will
can
be
pitch
the
it.
first.
Yeah, we'll pitch it to them.
We'll be like,
and how
look,
could they say no?
we're Cinemark movie
get
members.
Hey guys, we get like 10 views per episode, so there's a lot of opportunity there that you guys are missing out on, and we think this is a really good opportunity.
Well, I think because I have faith in this podcast, once it gets off the ground, we'll be like, look, we're Cinemark movie members.
Yeah, we'll just plug
We go
it.
to the movies. We pick up popcorn from you at least once a week.
There's a bunch of shows that plug, like, I've seen people plug products and companies they like. They're like, this isn't a sponsor, by the way, or this, we're not being paid to say this. We just really like the product or the brand or whatever. So yeah, we could just start doing that like every episode until they fucking finally pick us up. But there's also, I've seen shows that do that over and over again. They just never get picked up.
I think they'll pick us up because if you think about it too, like, people are streaming. The movies are desperate to draw in a crowd.
You're
Not
right.
that they're short of that, because I waited in line for 45 minutes the other day for popcorn, so they definitely are getting enough business, but they want it to be like it was in the old days. So they'll be like, you know what? These people
It's
are
never
awesome.
gonna be like the old days.
Well,
What? Yeah, no, I shouldn't be so pessimistic. I sound curmudgeonly, don't I?
I actually
I
beg to differ. I'm kind of with Charlie, or Moist Critical, that Netflix is eventually going to go down because people aren't going to want to pay now that they've...
I don't think Netflix is very good. I've thought that for a long time now. I used to like Netflix a lot. I've actually invested a little in Netflix, so I kind of don't want... I want them to come back so I can sell everything, because I'm down right now on my holding. But I just want them to recover so I can break even, get out, and say, peace, Netflix. I hope you fucking crash and burn, bitch. Just kidding. No, but I don't think Netflix is very good. And I don't necessarily care if they crash and burn or not, but I don't think they're that good of a
Yeah,
streaming
that's what I'm
service.
saying. Like, I think once all these apps start really cutting people off from the password sharing,
Mm-hmm.
people are going to be like, you know what? You remember that old place we used to go called the movie theater, where we would sit inside and watch a movie with popcorn?
Yeah,
It's going to come
but I
back.
think it's just different now because you can watch from the comfort of your home. You're watching and it's not like you're paying, how much does it cost to go see a movie? Like $20 for two people.
Well, if you're
Like you're
a
paying.
Cinemark movie member.
Yeah, unless you're a Cinemark movie member, then it's one free ticket a month. And by the way, that also compounds. So if you don't use your ticket,
They do roll over.
they roll over. I've got like 10 tickets right now.
It's
Not
true.
at least 9.
And we're going to use them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We will. We haven't. We were. I feel like every now and then I have like a really bad movie experience though. I've had a couple really particularly bad experiences, but like still like that. Those were exceptions to the rule, or just very exceptional experiences. But still, I feel like I've had a few that are just like, why do I even go to the movies? Like, why don't I just stay home? The theater's right down the street. Should go fucking buy some popcorn, bring it home, and watch it on my comfy ass couch where I'm not like having to listen to some fucking kid like talking the whole movie or like on their phone or like somebody behind you fucking, I don't know. It's just sometimes it sucks, honestly. Like sometimes I'll go to a movie and I'll be like, I'd rather just do this from home. Like it's better.
We've had some good ones recently though.
No, for sure. I do like going to the movies. That's the thing. Like I always want to enjoy like I want to go to the movie and have a good time, and I do sometimes, but I feel like I used to more when I was younger, and I feel like maybe it's like when you go or what you're seeing or something.
Well,
don't
I
know.
also think lately we've
It's
been
partially luck of the draw, I think too. Like who's in the theater and
Yeah.
how they're behaving or whatever.
we've also been seeing movies at a certain time and like long enough after they've been out that we've had the theater basically to ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, every now and then I'll go to see a movie and there'll be like some really obnoxious people in the theater, but I mean, it's not like every time. But that's definitely like sort of hindered my desire to go see movies in the
Well,
theaters.
it does
as
always
much as I
really
used to.
suck when the group of young kids comes in who have clearly just been hopping to every movie in the theater and they're being super obnoxious.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty
It's like,
poor behavior.
yeah, they're clearly just going movie to movie and
I can't say
fucking
I blame 'em,
everybody's
but-
time up.
But it's just annoying when people are loud and like inconsiderate of the other people in the theater. Like I don't care if somebody's going movie to movie and like that's kind of fun, honestly. Like I've never personally done it, but like I like the idea of like being a kid and just paying for a movie and then staying for like a day or like however long, see a couple movies or see different parts of different movies. But like that, I don't see any harm in that. But it's just annoying when people do, like if somebody were doing that and they were being, I've seen people do that and be obnoxious about it.
Yeah, I've never
just
seen
super, like,
anybody
disrespectful
doing
and-
that not being obnoxious about it. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Well, you don't know the ones that don't.
I guess
Because
that's
they're
true,
like under
'cause
the
they're
radar.
not
You don't know.
making a big deal
Yeah,
out of
they don't
it.
draw the attention to themselves. They're
Yeah.
discreet,
That's true.
low key.
This is true.
Yeah.
We gotta
we
take
should
your
see a
mom
movie
to
again
see that
soon.
movie that she wants to see.
Oh yeah. So yeah, what is that called?
It's something about a dad. Like, sorry about,
Sorry about my dad or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. I can't.
Yeah, we'll have to take her to see that. We'll have to see was Dungeons and Dragons still in theaters, Nick? Can you give me a thumbs up or thumbs down for that? Yeah, maybe. Sometimes.
Some places, probably.
Sometimes it's in theaters. It
Certain
could. It might be.
theaters.
Might not be. So, I guess if we were podcasting, I would want to like explain what he's doing right now, so it's not just like dead air.
Yeah.
So we're not just sitting here like watching him look this up in silence.
Yeah.
Still in theaters. No longer showing.
Oh, there's no way it's still in theaters. It premiered in March.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I felt like that came out a while ago. Damn it, dude. I want to. Probably not. Nice. He's evolving. He's getting smarter.
Yeah, I didn't think it would still be in theaters anymore.
Clever girl. You know what I'm talking about from
Yeah, it's
Jurassic
from
Park?
Jurassic Park. The Velociraptor.
Traps. People, they set up a trap, the Velociraptors. Clever girl. And then she
God,
eats
those
him.
movies are
Doesn't she
so
eat him after he
good.
says that? He dies.
No, I don't think
Doesn't
so.
I think he does.
I don't think he
She
does.
fucking kills his ass.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Look it up.
About My
Nick,
Father.
please.
Yeah, that's it.
About My Father, yeah. So that's one movie. Damn, I really wanted to see Dungeons and Dragons in theaters. I'm sad now. But it'll be fun to watch it from home. We'll get movie theater popcorn.
Yeah.
But I am sad. By
Will
the
you
way,
pick it up
speaking of
this time?
snacks, like movie theater popcorn, no, I will not. Speaking of
Then I
snacks.
guess we're not getting movie theater
What?
popcorn.
Okay.
I waited 45 minutes in line. I always go pick it up.
You don't always go pick it up. I've gotten it many times.
Okay,
actually.
well,
It's been
I
a while.
still
Though. I feel like you
waited.
have been primarily getting it lately, but I was getting it. But speaking of delicious snacks, in my Kroger mobile app shopping cart, I have try to get sponsored by Kroger's
Yeah.
mobile app. It's real convenient.
We should just start plugging all the people
shit
that
that we
don't
like.
really have a lot of people sponsoring them.
I think it'd be so cool to get sponsors. I'd be real hyped if we did. I think
Yeah.
we will if we're consistent and we do a good job enough. You know, I mean, I'm sure we will if we're actually doing well enough. Which I don't see why we wouldn't.
Yeah, and
It's
tell
already set
people
up.
like if you want to place grocery orders from the comfort of your home, you can click the link
I'm
below.
not. I think you're shooting way too high. If you're thinking like Cinemark and Kroger, I'm thinking like Frond down the street or something. You know, like Nick's Hot Sauces, my own business. You know, we got to start like within our means, and then we work our way up to Kroger and Cinemark.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's
I
not,
just,
not only is
I've
it
got
fair,
my
it's
eye on the
reasonable.
prize.
Yeah, well, I'm living in reality. So, but I like where your ambition's at. I like where your head's at. I think
Thanks.
it's good. Excuse me.
I don't think he dies after he says "clever girl." I'm pretty positive.
Yeah,
he
Nick, will you
doesn't.
look that up in Jurassic Park? There's just type in Jurassic Park clever girl scene. But what I was saying about delicious treats is that in my Kroger mobile app shopping cart, I have Grater's lemon sorbet. I decided to get the expensive stuff, the Grater's. It's like 3 times as much as Private Selection. And then like a raspberry ice cream, along with a bunch of a few different boxes of flavors of fruit roll-ups. For
So
those
we
of
can
you
do that.
watching, if you don't know this, Morgan and I just learned this the other day, and this is like mind-blowing, and you should really try it. We've yet to try it, but we will very soon. As soon as I check out from my Kroger mobile shopping cart app thing, and anyway, you get a scoop of ice cream and you put it in a fruit roll-up, and then you like make a little dumpling, like wrap the fruit roll-up around the ice cream, and then it like you let it sit for a second, and it like freezes the fruit roll-up until it like breaks.
Yeah, it gets like crunchy.
Yeah, you bite it and it's like shards of, like, I'm sure it
Yeah,
it
it's like
gets
a hard
chewy after
candy.
you chew on it long enough, but like it looked and
Crazy.
sounded so good. It's like ASMR. So anyway, we'll be trying that soon. And I'm
The
really
girl in the video was
looking forward
doing
to
it with vanilla ice
She
cream,
was-
and I wasn't really about that. That sounded kind of gross to me.
It looked good. What does that say? Desktop audio. What does that mean? Oh,
Oh,
well,
can't
just
hear the
just
video?
play it anyway. We don't
I'm
need to hear it.
positive he doesn't die.
I just want to see if she kills him, because he's like, clever girl, and then I think she attacks him. This is such a good scene. They don't make them like they used to. This
The
was the
Jurassic Park
original, one of the
movies were
original
so good.
Jurassic Park movies, right?
Yeah, I think it was the original.
This was the first one?
I think so.
Really?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, it says Jurassic Park, not like 2 or 3 or anything. God, these movies are so good. If I ever could get involved with like movie making, like in a producer type of way or something, that would be so sick. And I would love to try to like fund or like encourage productions that make them like they used to, you know? Like,
Mhm.
they're so good back then. It's okay. I know there's just silence right now, but look, she gets his ass. Clever girl. Is that where you said it right there? Yeah. I think, right?
I guess.
And she eats him. I don't think he's surviving that. You?
No.
Looks like she was just chewing him up.
Look at that little slithery
Told you,
snake.
Slippery little snake.
I'm a snake. I wonder if he's still doing cameos.
Oh yeah. Hey Nick, can you look that up? Can you look up the slippery little snake guy on Cameo? Huh? We need to get the audio in here. I guess we just need to move the PA speakers in here, which would be good to do anyway because
Yeah, he does cameos now.
Yeah, he's on Cameo. Yeah, this guy. You should look him up on Cameo. Maybe we can get him to do a cameo for the pod.
I wonder if the Island
Almost
Boys are
not.
still making cameos.
Huh? So loud. We got to get the PA speakers in here so that we can hear whatever from in here. I'm a slippery little sneaky snake.
I'm a slippery little snake.
Yeah, that'll probably happen a few times if we're doing podcasts all the time. There he is. Matt Keck. Known by name.
Cack.
$25 for a personal video. That's pretty steep.
He's fucking selling himself out cheap.
I don't know that I would say that he's selling himself out cheap. Look at this guy. You think $25, you think he's worth a lot more than that? There's a big market for people that want to pay. How much do you think he's worth? What do you think his price should be if not $25?
In hindsight, I shouldn't have said that.
You think that's fair?
I think that's more than fair.
I do too. He actually looks way different now.
Yeah.
Look at his fucking beard and hair and shit. He is not aged gracefully. He looks so different with a clean shaven baby face.
I mean, I think he's aged like somebody who made a funny Vine.
Can you look up the Island Boys on Cameo? I was just looking them up the other day. I was getting updated because I haven't checked them out in a while.
Yeah, I missed what's going on with the Island Boys.
I sent you a few links. So
I know, I
caught
didn't.
up.
I watched them.
So now you know. That's what's going on. Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot at
They're
all.
supposedly broke now. $200.
Yeah, because they're broke.
Yeah, they're trying to make that money. They do one cameo and then they don't do shit that day. Made $200 today. I'm good.
Right.
I'm the island boy, and I just made it.
Yeah, right. I bet they could not live on $200 a day.
The one dude, Fly Soldier, he got his baby mama, or I don't know if she had a kid with him, but his girl got his face or name tattooed on her face or something, and then what? Blueface? No, what? No. I'm talking about Island Boys. His girlfriend. That's not, yeah, but that's a different person. But, yeah, no, the Island Boys, the one guy's girlfriend, I think he went to jail for, hitting her or something.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah. Look, does he not look like a Beavis and Butthead character?
Yeah.
They look like Beavis and Butthead. They're like real life Beavis and Butthead, but they're a gangster, kind of.
Yeah.
It's like gangster Beavis and Butthead. That's the girl, yeah. He just went to jail, I think, for hitting her. And apparently their manager said that their former manager said they owe him $150,000. And that they don't have any money anymore, and that they spent it all on stupid shit and depreciating assets like jewelry and cars and clothing that immediately lose value as soon as you buy them retail. And then they're also just falling off because they were so unself-aware that they thought they were actually good rappers, and they didn't realize that they were the butt of the joke. Which is so crazy to me that they didn't have that self-awareness. But at the same time, when I look at him right now, it's not that crazy to me. Like, I wouldn't really expect someone like that to have that much self-awareness.
For sure.
But it's just crazy to me how somebody can have that little
I
self-awareness.
actually would literally expect nothing from that person right there. Like, no lights on, not a thought
No,
at
dude,
all.
they have thoughts
Intelligent ones, though?
sometimes. What'd you say, Nick? Yeah.
I agree.
No, I agree. It must be nice. That's like the Zen mindset where you just don't even. You're just there's no, like you want to have
I never
nothing.
want to be that.
They're
Like,
so basically
ignorant.
the island boys are like Zen masters. They're like Buddhist monks.
No,
that, like,
Zen masters
so
are the
present.
most self-aware and encompassing.
No, but like the idea of Buddhism, part of the idea of Buddhism is to like not think, and you're just like present and one with like your surroundings. You're not like in your head. You're not having all these thoughts. Like that's part of the philosophy of like Buddhism and Zen lifestyle or mindset. So in a way, these guys are like Zen masters because they don't even have thoughts.
No, I think they're just stupid.
No, because they do think about like being famous and getting that money and all
Yeah,
that dumb shit.
They're just
talk
thinking about all the wrong shit.
yeah, fame and
Yeah.
they look
Like,
real
I
tough
don't-
too. I love how tough they try to be, and they're like the skinniest little things ever.
They
Like-
look like literally fucking used Q-tips, like when their hair was all.
The one dude's
fucking-
hair kind of looked like he at one point he had it shaped to look like matchsticks.
Yeah, remember
literally.
that's like OG Island Boys where
Yeah.
they had their hair all.
That's like some
fucking-
old dirty bastard shit, but they're just not cool like old dirty bastard was. They're just idiots. Huh? If you're using the Apple mouse, you should be able to just slide your finger left or right. There you go. Nice. That's lovely. Like, can you imagine if you like that's like you if you were like a girl and
You
you're
have to,
dating
like-
that guy and you like have to bring him like to your parents for the first time to like
I was just
introduce
thinking,
them?
like, you have to wake up next to that. That's a fucking jump scare.
That's-
in the
yeah, I know.
morning.
God, that would be
Like,
horrifying.
you'd be like, oh, good morning.
Yeah, can you imagine like, Dad, I want you to meet my new boyfriend. This is Fly Soldier. and he's just like, hey, yo, what's up, bud? Like, he's just talking like how he does. I don't know.
What's the other one? Kodak Red?
Kodiak Red. Or is it Kodiak or Kodak Red? It's Kodiak Red.
Kodiak Red?
Kodiak.
Yeah, oh my god, even worse than that first picture. Can you imagine bringing somebody home that
They
looks
used to
like
actually
that?
put. I love the effect on that one. They used to actually put like wire
Yeah,
frames in their hair.
They have to.
Yeah, I know. There's no way it just sticks up like that. But that's pretty genius, honestly. Like they were willing to look like idiots.
No,
for
I
fame.
think they thought they looked good.
Probably. They probably like nobody's doing it like us. We're the only
Right.
people
They're
that are
like,
doing this
See, that's
in
what
the
makes
world.
us original.
Yeah.
We're the only people doing
And
this.
if we get as many tats as we can on our face and all over, then we're gonna look like we're gangsters.
Yeah, I guarantee you they somehow convinced themselves that this was a badass look.
For sure.
How do you sleep?
Their environment. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think they just are there's a screw loose in their heads, and they're like they think they got a good ideas or whatever, but I think they just have
Like,
the
how
wrong
do
priorities.
they sleep with that?
They take it out, I'm sure. There's no
There's
way
no
sleep
way
with
they
it.
take that out every night. Those are like dreads.
Huh? Yeah, I guess you could just lay it like it must be uncomfortable.
Those
but
are
you
like
get used to
dreaded
it.
in there. There's
Yeah.
no way those like they take them out.
You don't think so?
No.
You can't just like
That's
slide it in.
fucking
and
matted
out?
around that wire.
Yeah. Yeah, it does seem like it would be uncomfortable. Can you go to the
No
next?
pain, no gain.
Can you go to the next one? What?
Yeah.
That's right. Look at their eyes. You can tell. They're so skinny.
I know.
That dude is gaunt.
That's called overusing cocaine.
You think? Probably. Yeah, they
Right.
probably smoke a lot of weed.
I bet they do probably all kinds of drugs.
I would think so.
And probably have been for a long time.
Well, they're not even that old, but yeah. In their short lives, they've
Yeah.
done. quite a few drugs, I would imagine. Yeah, they're fucking crazy. Huh? Oh, I don't know. I was just gonna say more Island Boy shit. I don't know. Look up Island Boys, Beavis and Butthead. I wanted to get, there was a little pin on Etsy of the Island Boys and Beavis and Butthead that I wanted to buy, but it went out of stock, and I don't think it's like continuously made, but it's fucking awesome. That is so great. It legit looks like, I mean, it's just a hybrid of like both of them,
Yeah.
but it's like pretty good. I mean, like I feel like that's
That's like,
disturbing.
well, yeah. But you know how they're remaking Beavis and Butthead? That would be a great one for them to like
Yeah, they would
do.
they probably they should, if they had the offer to do that, that would be fucking incredible for them too. Like that would, if they leaned into it, like, but I just don't think they have like the ego for that.
They would be so offended.
Yeah.
Can you
They wouldn't
imagine?
even, if they got offered that and there was like a good deal, like they got a good amount of money and it would obviously give them good exposure again and kind of make their name a little more hot again or something. Like, I don't think they would do it because they'd be so hard to work with, and
Yeah.
they would be like, I don't know. I mean, you could probably talk them into it, actually.
No, I think they'd be so offended.
I don't know.
I've seen
Money
videos
talks.
of them
I feel
doing like Instagram lives and stuff
Yeah,
with
no,
people who could really get their name out and
Yeah.
just being offended over the stupidest
no,
shit.
they're just so like full of themselves. They're like, you think we need you?
yeah.
Type shit, They're
Like, yeah,
they're
you
like,
do, you're
we're
fucking
like
broke.
legends, or like they're just legends in their own minds. So they like screw themselves out of
Yeah.
opportunities and like good advice and,
Yeah.
and like beneficial people in their lives, because I think that they are so dumb that they are just completely like full of themselves and arrogant
I agree.
to a ridiculously like clown level.
Yeah. Those pens would have been
That shit
awesome,
is
though.
so crazy. How do they make that? Yeah. Do you think that's one of their original like pictures and they just photoshopped it?
Probably.
That was like the pin I was gonna get. It looked pretty much like that. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they like blend it together really well. Yeah, see that picture of Beavis and Butthead at the couch right there? Sorry if you're about to look something up.
That's us right now.
Morgan and I, we actually made or go back real quick, please, to the page you were just on. See that, no, go to the right under where you're, the wider shot of the couch right there. Yeah, can you open that one? So that's kind of what I was talking about. Like, it'd be fun to do a segment on the podcast that's Beavis and Butthead inspired. Like, we come up with like a rip off of their theme song, and Morgan and I can like dress in we made our own Beavis and Butthead outfits. So
They're pretty sick.
we haven't finished them
honestly.
yet, but like, yeah, I got the shirts and the shorts, and we hand drew the artwork for like the AC/DC and Metallica.
It looks really
prints.
good too.
I think it does too.
They look really similar.
Yeah, we need to actually like finish that and print it, but I want to make that like a segment on here where we just do. We should just like make the room look like that, or if we did a green screen, we could even like superimpose the Beavis and Butthead. Fucking shorts are so short. Too much thigh. But yeah, like you could superimpose like the Beavis and Butthead background behind us, and
Yeah.
like, for the segment, put like the little picture of the guy fishing there and the lamp and the blue wall and stuff. Yeah, and then like we could actually do a segment like how when Beavis, have you seen Beavis and Butthead, Nick? Yeah, I didn't watch it most of my life, but I started watching it like a lot more recently, within the past year or so maybe. Yeah, we ended up buying like the complete collection.
We got really into
Yeah,
it.
and like it's on Paramount Plus, I think.
Well, they started remaking the series, so we started watching the new episodes.
Yeah, they're really
and loved
good.
them. So then we watched all
Yeah.
of the old episodes.
Yeah. So, but like in the original and the new episodes, it actually started out like the very beginning of Beavis and Butthead started out more like this than it was like an entire show of like episode. Like they were like 10 minutes long or something, and they'd be
Yeah.
like a little short story, but a lot of the episode would be like the two of them sitting on their couch watching music videos, and it was on like MTV, I think is what the
Yeah.
show aired on originally. So they would watch like MTV music videos, but they would talk over it, and it would be in like a Beavis and Butthead segment where like some band or artist would get their music video promoted, and Beavis and Butthead like did that for their show. So they would just like clown on whatever video they were watching, or they'd talk about, whatever
They would
their
get
thoughts were.
distracted and go off on like tangents
Yeah,
during
and
the
just
middle, and then be like, "Oh, back to the show." Or
Yeah,
whatever.
they'd
like,
just be like idiots, like they are.
Yeah,
But we thought that would be kind of a fun segment. I think we should still do that.
I agree. We got the outfits.
Yeah.
They're gonna look so sick on us too.
And the podcast. I mean, our couch is a little different color, but we could spray paint it or something. No, but we'll just use a blue couch, I guess. It would be cool if we should just get a red couch in here. It's a great idea. Nah, but I don't want to buy another fucking couch. Well, you know what we could do, actually? We could keep this couch in here and just wrap it in a red
I was
sheet.
gonna say, when we do a Beavis and Butthead segment, we'll just
Yeah.
put a red sheet over the couch.
Yeah, we should get one, like, big enough to wrap and tuck into this
Mhm.
the cushions, and then try to make it match that shade as best we can.
Yeah.
We'll have to go to, like, Michael's and buy some fabric or something.
Mhm.
But, yeah, I want to get something for that as well. That'd be cool, yeah, if we did, like, do that for the Beavis and Butthead thing,
Don't do your little foot tap on camera.
And then we could get, like, a different cover for if we do the Wayne's World segment,
Yeah.
Can you look up the Wayne's World set, Nick? Please.
We gotta get. They always have like a cup from the restaurant they work at.
Mm.
So we gotta get one of those cups. I'll like hand paint a Starbucks cup or something to match that.
Excuse me. I should definitely not do shit like that on the microphone. It's gonna sound awful if somebody's listening to the podcast. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I hear people like eating in podcasts, and like Joe Rogan's done it a few times, and people like learn as they go to where the comment section will be like, dude,
Mhm.
good show, but you gotta stop
Yeah, you
eating
should
into
stop
the mic.
messing with your mic. Don't get in that habit.
I'm just fucking around because we're just testing this
Do you
episode, but
think
I
I'm
still
more of a Garth or a Wayne?
Garth for sure.
Knew
And
you
I'm more
were
of a
gonna
Wayne.
say that.
I'm more of a Wayne too, because I was even Wayne for Halloween like 2 years ago.
This is true.
That was a good costume for me.
I definitely am more of a Garth.
That's
I mean, look at him.
That is a sick knitted like what is that? A pentagon?
Quilt.
Is it a hexagon?
Pentagon has 5 sides.
So it's a hexagon. So yeah, hexagon knitted quilt.
Yeah.
My Aunt Jan knits. Maybe we can get her to knit a hexagon quilt for us.
Yeah.
It'll probably take forever.
That would.
That's huge.
Although my grandma has a lot of quilts, I'm sure
and a
she
lot
would.
of time.
She'd probably be
Put Granny
glad
to work.
give us. No, she doesn't.
kidding.
She doesn't
I'm just
make
kidding.
quilts,
No.
but she has a lot.
Well, let's hit her up.
Yeah, she'd probably be glad to give us one.
That's a nice looking recliner Wayne's got there. Or I don't think it reclines, but
All the naked dolls in the back.
I could get a bunch of those from my mom. She has
Yeah.
so many dolls.
That one that sits on her nightstand always freaks me out when I see it.
What's that blue thing? Is that yeah, that one's pretty terrifying. A freezer? Yeah, I just bought a mini fridge for the 3rd floor. By the way.
Nice.
I was going to get a microwave, but I didn't because I thought maybe we'd want to get a different one.
We're about to have a sick fucking hangout spot up there.
We already do.
I know.
but
but
it's about to get
even sicker.
Even better. Yeah, this podcast is getting sick. The shop's getting sick. The YouTube channel content's getting there. We're going to have podcast, tennis,
You
Gaming?
know what? We should pick out a Wayne's World
Music?
segment and do, since you have the costume, I'll get a Garth wig.
I have the wig and the hat,
I'll get a
actually.
Garth wig and
And
some
I
black
have
glasses.
jeans. Did I keep?
Yeah,
I think.
you have the jeans still.
Did I not cut the legs off and make them short? Jorts?
No, you did not.
Didn't make them jorts.
Not that I'm
Do you know what
aware
jorts
of.
are?
Yes, jean shorts.
Nice.
It's not that hard to figure out.
Damn, that was really impressive, babe.
Thanks.
I'm surprised you got that.
That's insulting.
I'm just kidding. What'd you say? Sorry. Jorts. I used to rock. Me and all my friends used to wear jorts. We were like those hillbilly looking redneck boys
The Riley boy.
getting down in the creek.
Oh man, both Josie and I are going for the Riley boys.
Yeah, look at my hair. I look like a fucking hillbilly.
Like a Riley boy.
Yep. Got the long hair. Kind of looks like a mullet when it's back like this.
Not really.
Not really, but just, I don't know. Just, anyway.
They definitely have mullets.
Yeah, I kind of want a mullet. It's tempting. Kind of want to get me a mullet. I always thought I'd never get one because I thought they looked bad and just like stupid kind of. But I feel like I could rock a mullet and make it work. You know, I see some guys with good mullets. I'd probably look terrible in a mullet though. Maybe not. I don't know. That was I have that. That's on my Instagram.
Yeah.
There's a picture of me like thumbs up in the camera, and then another slide of that exact picture.
Mhm.
Kevin Hackett. But the E's are 3s because there's another guy named Kevin Hackett who stole my fucking Instagram handle. It's rightfully mine. There's 2 T's as well at the end. ETT. Looks like it. Kevin Hackett Instagram, yeah. Put at Kevin Hackett. You know, you could just go to Instagram and then look me up. There. I think it's still on there. I might have deleted. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I know. It's a spot on exact. I'm basically like his look-alike. No, but I think we could still do a Wayne's World segment. I'll rock the wig, the hat, the black t-shirt,
Yeah, you
the
should.
jeans. I think I still have the jeans. I don't know.
You do. I just folded them and put them in the closet.
Nice. Well, yeah, we could like get a little intro music and like a little Photoshop like slate, you know, for the intro like title for the Beavis and Butthead thing and for the Wayne's World thing and for the All Right show, you know, make it sort of like Jimmy Fallon. We should have like a little curtain corner that you like walk out of to do your monologue. This room's not very big though. Be kind of hard to squeeze that in there.
I think we would also make a good Garth and Wayne.
Yeah, we could try. I don't think we're going to be as good as Garth and Wayne, though, unfortunately. They're pretty great.
They're pretty funny.
They're hard to replicate. So yeah, you can't. Nobody's going to do Garth and Wayne.
Quite like Garth and Wayne, really.
Exactly. All right, how are we feeling, guys?
I'm ready to
Call it.
put some pajamas on and
It's
go on the
9
floor.
p.m. almost exactly. Nick gave us the thumbs up. I think that means he wants us to get this show on the road. Just kidding. But no, I think this is probably a pretty good stopping point because we've been going for longer than we actually planned to. I was only thinking we were going to do like an hour, but we probably did an hour and a half or so. Something like that. We're breaking it in. I feel like I did one test episode with CJ. This one I think was better, but with CJ we weren't even trying to like carry the flow of it as much as I feel like we have been this time. But either way, I mean, they're both great. I'm not trying to like hate on the thing we did with CJ at all. But it fucking sucked. No, I'm just kidding. Just immediately like hate on it. No, but anyway,
Poor CJ.
I'm just kidding. CJ, if you ever see this for some reason, even though we were talking about not putting it out, I was just joking, and I enjoyed doing that with you. I almost wanted to upload that, actually. But anyway, all right. I guess this is the end of the podcast. I just want to say, I should. Oh, damn it! I did it again. I did this in the family room too. I reclined this into the drywall, and I think it probably fucking scratched the drywall or something. Anyway, is this that's where I'm looking? Yeah. All right. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys next time on the All Right Show. All right. That was good. I feel like that was a nice start. I feel like I'll have to get a better like intro outro thing to say. Get something down for that. But yeah, anyway. Good stuff, guys. Thank you.